It can be stated without any doubt that beyond any other controversy, the vital concern of ancient religion as taught by our ancestors was of spirit. It was of umoya and respect of nature and using nature in an appropriate manner and art. It was to be done with the essence of respect and fearing that you might actually be violating something. And every period, every year, there were celebrations and there were ceremonies on the festivals to correct and to cleanse, because essentially the vital concern was that we were dealing with a god, or with the god or umoya or spirit or mweya lodged within the psyche of the things that we were using, specifically the human body. If man missed contact with the deity, it was because he has missed it completely. Why? Because it was not in the skies, in the oceans, under the ground, but it was within. Therefore, it needed to be revived from within. Then comes European Christianity, which is the pagan conception of the germinal deity in us, and they placed it in a historical personage called Jesus. And this has left the rest of mortals unsanctified, and Christianity wants everybody to follow it, and many other religions also. They want people, they evangelize, yet our ancient ancestors never evangelized, but they simply taught, they simply gave the truth on an open platform. Imagine in ancient times, someone whose totem is Umpofu, going to the Moyos or the Mlambos, trying to convert them to leave their Umlambo and they become Umoyo. How would that be? And yet, above that, there was a blanket general philosophy of acceptance and of the deity. Therefore, the personalized Christ cuts the commonality of mankind off from its divinity by the mere fact that he is the only begotten Son and who was made to carry all the values and meaning things in human personage. This robs mankind at large of its birthright. The problem is because of the mistranslation of the Greek monogenes as only begotten, and this error is fraught with the most terrific consequence for Christendom. Now, this be properly translated as born from above, or born from beyond, or born of one parent, which is the Father, which is the Spirit. This is a contradiction of being born of the union of the Father and Mother, or Spirit and Matter. Because when our ancestors formulated this, it was in reference to the ancient theogony of those souls that descended from on high to inhabit us. It is a mystery. It is a teaching of logic. It is an essential mysterious teaching taught in ancient mysteries. Now, this doctrine that I am talking about of monogenes by the Greeks, which is kusika in our Bantu language, it is a doctrine that involves nature. It is a spirituality which gives us that side of God or divinity as distinct from our father and mother creating us. We have to understand this of not only being you or the only begotten. Nah. Now, the doctrine that I'm talking about was primordial in our ancient Egyptian teaching, and it was a conception of the creator god Kupera, so-called Kepera, who was symbolized by the scarab. And this scarab is the one that is now called UThixo in Sutu, which we knew and which we were taught that it produced its young through the male father alone, without the mother. UThixo. So when you say God is UThixo, you are speaking a higher truth. Umvelinqangi, it's a higher truth. Unkulunkulu, it's that thing, that praying mantis. It's another higher. We start a fire, taking 2 sticks and start to squeeze them until we produce sparks, or we take stones. That is the higher truth. Therefore, when we follow our religion, when we follow our ancestral religion, when we follow this teaching, we are free from the mistranslation of monogenes by the foreigners. We know that we are assured and given the promises of universal sonship, and that we are connected to nature, and that we live a life full of nature. Christianity not only thrust upon the man Jesus, the divinity that was apportioned among us all, but in its confusion and ignorance, it forces upon this mortal personage the function, the power, and the office of the cosmic truth. What has not been recognized is that the solitary exaltation of the man Jesus has inevitably demeaned humanity. And this was a psychological trick which was used to harness our spiritual understanding. And because we don't want to be demeaned and to be lowered, black people easily fell for it when they were told that they were sinners, and when we were told that we need Jesus. Hence today, people feel empty, and when they grasp Jesus, they feel full. It's not correct. It's not like that. Everything is within you. Everything needs to be revived from within you. Why? Because you are not a flesh and blood being. You are a God. You are a spirit that descended from on high and crossed the line of dimensional into this earth, and you were born as flesh and blood, and you are now experiencing this earth. How do you experience this earth, and how can you relive your essence? It is by following certain structural and philosophical laws that we teach here at Kemetic Hebrew Ethics Spirit of Amen. Thank you very much. Subscribe and follow us on our YouTube. Goodbye.